Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video we are going to be going over all of the vehicles in Snowrunner and how much fuel they can hold at max capacity. So I'm just going to run down the line here, give you guys a quick little preview, and then we'll go truck by truck with all of the different fuel amounts you can possibly hold. And yes, this took forever to line all these up. If there's a gap, that means that is where a new truck is going to be. So, like the Kirovets K7M, the Kirovets K700, the Step 39331 Pike, and the Rezvani Hercules. So we're going to start off with the Kirovets K700, which can have no extra fuel no matter how you do it. I'll show you guys some of that footage here. And the second truck we're going to go to is the Western Star 6900 twin steer. We have the Western Star 57X, which has zero fuel. The Freightliner M916A1, which can have zero fuel. The ANK MK38, which can have zero fuel. We have the Navistar 5000 MV, zero fuel. The Collab Brothers, the 74760 and 74941, both of which can have zero fuel. The Boer 45318, zero fuel. Sorry about the view here. It's the Azov Antarctic 4220, zero fuel. The Derry Longhorn Brothers, the 4520 and 3194. We got the Aramatsu Forester, zero fuel. Pacific P16, zero fuel. And the last one that can have zero fuel is the Caterpillar TH357. Then we got the Dawn 71, which can have 20 or 40 fuel. Then we have the Gore by 4, which can have 40. The Tuz 166, which can have 40. Jeep Wrangler, which can have 40. The Azov Sprinter, the 43191, that can have 50 fuel. Then we have the Jeep CJ7 Renegade, which can have 60. We have the Hummer H2, which can have either 40 or 80. Then we have the Chevy CK1500, which can have 40 or 80. And I should have stated this earlier, but some of these are interchangeable. It's just, I just laid them out however. So they might be the same value, but they're next to each other. Then we have the Con 39 Marshall, which can have 80. The Con Sentinel, which can have 40 or 60 or 100, if you put both of them on there. We have the International Lodestar 1700, which can have 100. We have the Defender 90 and the Defender 110, both of which can have 100. We have the Yar 87, which can have 120. We have the Tuz 420 Tatarin, also 120. The Con Loaf, another 120. The Western Star 47X 1424, 120. And I know this one was a surprise for me, but the Scout 800 is all the way up here with 140. Then we got the Tatra T813-7 with 160. And then in this spot will be the Kirovets K7M, which can have 180 with its maintenance add-on. Then we have the Chevrolet Apache, which can have 200 max. It can have 80 or 120, or if you have both, 200. Then we have the Rezvani Hercules, which can have either 60 or 100 or 160 or 220 or 260 or 320, depending on which ones you add. And the F750 is the same thing. The Ford F-750 can have 50 or 60 or 100 or 110, 150, 160, 180, 210, 230, 280, or 330. Lots of options with that one depending on which ones you want to equip and not. 330 is the max with that one. Then we have the Tuz 108 Warthog, which can have either 600 with the fuel tank on the back, 60 on the roof, or together 660. Then we have the Crocodile, which can have 60, or it can have 120 if you get the truck bed or the maintenance add-on. Both of those have 60 and then the roof rack, so that it gets you to 120. Or you can have 900 in the fuel tank, or 900 plus the 60 on the roof, which gets you to a max of 960. Then we got the Tuz Action and Tatra 805 are both tied. They both have 80 on the roof rack. They can both have a small fuel carrier of 900, or if you put the roof rack with the small carrier, you can get 980. So now we're up into the thousands. We got the Cat 745C with its fuel carrier. It can get up to 1600. We have the Zixi 5368, which is one of the more interesting ones. This one can have a small fuel carrier at 900 and the normal fuel carrier, which you see here, at 1800. Then we have the Pacific P512PF, which can have 1400 or 1800, and that's going to be the same for all of these next ones. So the Western Star 47X NF1430, the Western Star 49X, the International HX520, the Western White Star 4964, the Cat CT680, the GMC Brigader 8000, the Cat CT681, the International Fleet Star F2070A, the GMC MH9500, the Ford CLT 9000, the Voron Grad, the Voron D53233, the Freightliner 114SD, International Paystar 5070, the Royal BM17, the Azov 64131, along with the Azov 5319, and the last one in that same group, which can have 1400 or 1800, is the Step 310E. Then we got the Kodiak C70, which can only have 1800. It doesn't have the 1400 option. And these next few are all the same with that. So we have the International Transtar 4070A, 1800, ANK MK38 Civilian, 1800, Taiga 6455B, Taiga 6436, the Voron 4380, and lastly, the Dan 96320. Then of course we have a gap, which means that we have another truck. That is the Step 39331 Pike, which will have the option of 80 on the roof rack, or 1800 if you have the fuel tank, or a max of 1880. Then we have the Krs-58 Bandit with a roof rack of 140. It has the option of 1400 with the maintenance add-on, or 1540 if you have the roof rack and maintenance add-on, or 1800 if you just have the fuel tank, or 1940 if you have the fuel tank and the roof rack. Then we have the Zixi 605R, which can have 40 in the spare tire add-on, which is sort of backed by the high saddle. Then you can have 200 on the roof rack, or you can have 240 if you get both of those. Then you can have the fuel carrier or fuel tank for 1800, or you can have the fuel carrier or fuel tank and the roof rack that gets you up to 2000. Then we got the Cat 770G, which can have 2000 with its unique add-on for a fuel carrier. Then we have the Azov 73210, which is one of two trucks, along with the Pacific P12, that can have the large maintenance add-on, which adds 2000 fuel. They can also both have 1800, which is the normal fuel tank. And then we have the Tatra Phoenix at 2000 with its unique fuel tank as well. And then we have the Tatra Force, which is one of 2 trucks that can get over 2000 fuel. It can have 160 on the roof rack, or it can have the fuel carrier at 2000, or combined 2160. And lastly, the International Paystar 5600 TS with a huge fuel tank of 2,800 liters. I hope you guys appreciated that list. That took an extremely long time to both order them all and then customize all the trucks. At least I had the money. But yeah, I hope you guys appreciate this video, and I'm going to be doing the same thing with both the spare wheels and the repair parts. But I just wanted to get this one out because I already had all of these trucks out for their own respective videos in their classes. And I was planning on doing this before. I thought Phase 8 would release later so I'd have more time, but obviously I did not. So that is why I left the gaps, and I'll just, well, I guess you guys have seen it. I put footage of those ones in those spots because this is on my Steam profile, that's on my Epic Games profile, which I can't get on here yet to have. So yeah, I hope you guys appreciate the video. As you can see, it is a very long line of trucks. So for anybody who's wondering what that looks like on the map, this is it. There is 76 trucks. 75 are in the line, and then the one that we're driving. So yeah, that is basically how far 76 trucks will get you. But there is 3 gaps. There's a little gap right here, and then there's a gap for the Kirovets K7M and the Rezvani Hercules right there. So that is 75 trucks plus ours and 3 gaps. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to watch another video, there's a random video on screen and another playlist. Please be sure to share the video, like it, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those bell notifications so you're notified when I upload. And until next time, peace.